luck to all participants, and we thank our two officials for being here tonight on this beautiful evening here at Fansler Field in Rochester, Indiana.
All right, we are back. It will be Sauter, Baker, and Renz due for Manchester here in the top of the first. Todd Volk, the Manchester coach, he's a veteran coach. He was the coach at Whitco, I believe, for a while. I know he was the coach at Tippecanoe Valley. He has spent a lot of years in the game. Had a really young team last year. This team's a little bit more experienced. You look at, Baker is a senior, and Shanup is a junior with a lot of experience. Esposette. Lord knows if you're a Rochester volleyball fan, you remember Esposette.
We'd like to remind everybody, Rochester athletic events is important to remember that we want to let the players play, the coaches coach, and the officials officiate. Again, thank you, Mr. David Farmer and Mr. Randall Fry, for being here tonight. Due up at the top of the first, Sauter, Baker, Renz. Leading off the game for the Lady Squires, second baseman, number 2, Sauter.
All right, Ava Sauter leading things off for Manchester against Bria Rensberger. Bria has been awesome these last 2 games. 2-hit shutout against Northfield on Monday. Strike. Before that, she pitched a no-hitter against Twin Lakes last Friday. So last 10 innings, 2 hits allowed. Well, look at where Heinzman's playing. Almost parallel with Rensberger. Fouled off 0-2. Rochester beat Manchester by 10-run rule. They met last year at Manchester. It's the Lady Squires looking for the upper hand in the conference this time. Pitch outside, 1-2 to Sauter. Ava Sauter, a .286 hitter. She's 10 for 35 on the year. 6 RBIs. West leads the team in RBIs with 13. Softly hit, deflected by Rensberger. Not in time. That was a tough play. Thing is, if she had,
Now batting shortstop, number 7, Baker.
We're going to call that an E1. That's a tough play, but I think she. I'm going to get Paxton Baker. Tries to lay down a bunt and fouls it off. Baker is a .417 hitter. 4 RBIs on the year. Manchester is at 2 home runs as a team, and Esposette is at them both. And she bats 6th in their batting order. Strike, the ball is not handled cleanly by Field, but that's going to be a stolen base for Sauter. Let's see, Baker's still bunting with 2 strikes. Nope, she swings away. Ground ball to Heinzman. She throws to Hodeshell for the out. What's happening here?
I think it's called a no pitch. She's got to come back to the plate.
What is going on here?
Left bag early.
Oh, the runner is out, so it's like a leadoff. Sauter is out. Wow. Again, leadoffs are illegal in high school. She left early, so that's a a huge break, and now the pitch is outside, so 1-2. So instead of runner at third and 1 out, it's nobody on and 1 out. And Baker's behind on the count on 1-2. Ground ball in the hole. Long throw by Wilson. Safe. Infield single for Baker.
Infield single for Baker brings up catcher number 3, Renz.
Gonna bring up Elizabeth Renz, the catcher. Renz is a .242 hitter. 4 RBIs. Well, Manchester's team batting average is .265. Rochester's is .351. Pitches a ball, and Baker's off, and she steals second. And I'm curious to know how much of this is Coach Volk's strategy and how much does this really matter who the opponent is. Or he's just going to have his runners running regardless of the opponent. 2-0. Fouled off. Rensberger delivers. Popped up, foul, and out of play. 2-2. So Sauter put the ball in play with 2 strikes and reached base. Baker put the ball in play with 2 strikes and got an infield single. Let's see what happens with Renz. Got her. Field with the pump fake.
Rensberger with a strikeout brings up third baseman number 5, West.
But she doesn't throw it and just sends it back to Rensberger, and now there's a runner at second with 2 outs for Hadley West. Big batter here, .417 hitter, and as we mentioned, she leads the team with 13 RBIs. She has 15 hits on the year, 3 doubles and 12 singles. Ball 1. When was the last time Manchester beat Rochester in volleyball, girls basketball, and softball all in the same school year? It's probably been a while. They've done the first 2. Fly ball to right. That's hit pretty well, but Miller is there to retire the side. For Manchester in the top of the first, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. End of half an inning, no score between Manchester and Rochester. You're watching RTC TV4. We're back here at Fansler Field. Bottom of the first inning. Be the 2 Aubreys, Miller and Wilson. To start the inning, they'll be followed by Braylon Hunter against Molly Shanup. Shanup is 5-5 with a 3.40 ERA this year. This is Manchester's 13th game. And she has appeared, and this is her 12th appearance, so she's pitched in every game, at least in relief, except for 1. If anything would happen to her, Egolf, who is the center fielder, she would be their number 2 pitcher, and Samantha Schock, their left fielder, has also pitched 3 2/3 innings. But this is Shanup's their main pitcher, 59 2/3 innings this year, and she's walked only 13. So good control. She's only struck out 30. So not a ton of strikeouts. So let's see how much pressure Rochester can put on the Manchester defense. Aubrey Miller has been Red hot, hitting .367 on the year. 11 for 30. 2 RBI. She has 11 hits this year, 10 singles and a double. Rochester has scored 82 runs as a team this year. Manchester has scored 72. So Rochester scored 10 more runs, even though they played one fewer game. Strike from Shanup. Fly ball to shallow left field. It is. Did she catch that? She did. What a catch. What a catch by Paxton Baker. It was a foul ball. And she caught that. And she caught that at full speed. Mr. Hawes is not impressed. He thinks every ball should be caught, but I'm impressed.
That was very impressive.
Aubrey Wilson, the batter. Grounder to Baker. Her throws to first. 2 up, 2 down. Now we'll bring up Braylon Hunter.
Coming to the plate for your Lady Zebras. Left fielder.
Hunter, a .290 batter. 9 hits and 31 at bats this year. Hunter tied with Aubrey Wilson for the team lead in RBIs with 13. Miley Heinzman's also in double figures. She's got 10. But if you got 13 RBIs and it's not May yet, you're doing well. And the thing is, we don't really think of Braylon as a power hitter, and she's always batting with people on base. That certainly helps. Swing and a miss. Shannon gets in on the hands and gets a foul ball, 1-2.
Go ball.
Golfed on the left field line. It's foul, and it's out of play, and the count hangs at 1-2. Again, the kids miss Jim Coleman greatly. I don't think you can underestimate that. A little bit high, 2-2. Got her looking over the inside corner, and that retires the side. For Rochester in the bottom of the first, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. End of 1 inning. No score between Rochester and Manchester. You're watching RTC TV4. All right, we are back at Fansler Field. I'm Val Sitsuris. Chris Bake is our producer. It'll be Felger, Esposette, and Campus due for Manchester here in the top of the second. Baseball update. No score in the bottom of the first between Manchester and Rochester. Ava Felger's the right fielder. Bats out of a crouch and fouls that first pitch off. Felger is a .250 hitter, 4.416 on the year. She has 5 RBIs. Felger is the sophomore right fielder. Does not offer the rise ball. 1-1 the count. That one high, 2-1. Felger has not walked this season, in case you're wondering. Liner to second, caught by Heinzman.
Coming to the plate, first baseman, number 12, Esposito.
And that will bring up the senior first baseman, McKelvey Esposito. She's a 300 hitter, 9 for 30 on the year. 2 homers and 10 RBIs. As we mentioned, she's got both of their homers as a team. Look like a changeup or a breaking ball goes low. Swing and a miss. Again, I'm curious to know how much of a scouting report they have on this Manchester team. Sometimes when a right-handed pitcher is facing a left-handed batter for the first time, maybe they'll throw a few more curves. She threw off-speed first pitch and now fell behind 1-0. Now ahead 1-2, like a rise ball. As you mentioned, Esposito, a really good volleyball player. 2-2. Got her swinging. Strikeout number 2.
Coming to the plate, number 11, designated player, Campus.
Looked like she just got in on it. I don't know if it was a rise ball, but maybe like a rise ball, but also like a little bit of inside movement. It came in on her hands, almost like a baseball. They call it a cutter. I don't know if that would apply. No common opponents between these two teams. They'll just maybe keep this in mind. Manchester played Bremen on March 28th. Bremen's ranked number 5 in Class 2A, and Bremen won the game, but it was 3-1. So Manchester was competitive with the top 5 team in Class 2A. Look at their other 6 losses. They lost to Central Noble, Bremen, Bluffton. They lost to Atwell with C 2-1. They lost to Fremont. They split a doubleheader with them. And lost at Adams Central 7-0. Got her looking to retire the side. 5 consecutive batters retired by Rensberger. Strikeout number 3. Manchester in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. End of an inning and a half. No score between Rochester and Manchester. You're watching RTC TV4. All right, we are back here at Fansler Field.
Leading on second for the Lady Zebras, number 12, Rensberger.
Be Rensberger, Field, and Harding due for Rochester here in the bottom of the second. First pitch ball to Rensberger. Bria had 2 doubles in that win over Northfield on Monday. Rochester won at 14-0 in 5 innings. Fouled off, 2-1 the count. Well, Flory Badunga won Mr. Basketball last night. I think he was probably favored all along. I don't think he did anything to lose it, though I think Jack Benner kind of gained ground, and I think he maybe caused people to consider their vote. I'm a voter, and I voted for Flory Badunga. In fact, I'll put myself in that class of people. After seeing Jack Bencher play, I was kind of like, I've got to think about this, but I voted for Flory. Ball 3. Rensberger, a 300 hitter. She's 9 for 30 on the year. Those 2 doubles she had against Northfield were the first 2 extra base hits of her young career. She has 5 RBIs. Base on balls. So we talked about Shanup's control. It betrays her a little bit there, and Rochester has their lead off.
Your catcher, number 17, Field.
Batter on here in the bottom of the second. Let's see if Bria will continue running here. Has Rochester used a courtesy runner for Bria this year? I don't think they have. Bria, just a good athlete. If you've seen Bria play softball or play soccer as well, she's gets up and down the field really well. First pitch is a swing and a miss with Jaden Field. Jaden is a 414 hitter. 8 RBIs. Soft liner, foul ball, caught by the first baseman, Esposito. 1 down.
Coming to the plate, designated player, number 2, Harding.
Nice pitch there by Shanup, getting in on the hands of Rochester's catcher. That'll bring up the DP, Micaiah Harding. Micaiah, a 312 hitter, 5 or 16 on the year. Pitches outside. Again, if this is the first time you've watched Rochester softball this year, you're wondering, who are these girls? Yes, Rochester has 5 consecutive freshmen in the batting order, hitting 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Strike call. Rochester's starting lineup consists of 2 juniors, 2 sophomores, 5 freshmen, and the flex player is also a freshman. 2-1 the count to Harding. Ground ball, foul. West, the third baseman, was covering the lines. There was anything that got to her right was a foul ball. Right, and Manchester doesn't seem to be too worried about the possibility of a bunt. I don't know if Micaiah Harding can bunt, but they're got her swinging. Second out of the inning, and strikeout number 2 for Shannon.
Now coming to the plate, number 7, Heinsman.
Don't bring up Miley Heinsman. Miley, the sophomore second baseman, hitting .345 on the year. She's 10 for 29. 6 singles, 4 doubles, fouled off. Pitch gets away from the catcher. Renz couldn't hang on. Rensberger was on the run anyway, so we'll call it a stolen base. I don't know. What do you think, Mr. Hawes? Now the more I think about it, I'm thinking pass ball. Pass ball. Boy, I'm the mean one here. Pass ball, it's on the catcher. Yeah, I'm not sure Bria was going to run. Swing and a miss, count 1 and 2 to Heinsman. Boy, I'm gonna have to go to church. I'm gonna go to church immediately after this game. See Heinsman foul off. Again, Miley was just, you can just, in her body language, you can just see how much more confident she is. She talked about how much work she put in. Again, she was kind of a switch hitter last year, but I think that was more, she was just trying to find something that worked. Ball. 2 and 2. No score, bottom of the second. Foul off. Well, that had to have been a brutal loss for North Miami on Monday. They lost to Lewis Cass 1-0 on a walk-off wild pitch in the bottom of the 7th. Again, a foul ball by Heinzman. North Miami 0-2 in the conference, and they've scored 1 run total in their first 2 conference games. That was after basically not having lost a conference game since the pandemic. 2-2. Popped up. Drops foul. Again, that was... Again, West doesn't really play in, so it's probably more Renz's ball. Not an easy play. Count hangs at 2-2. Foul off. Boy, it just seems like Shanup is just trying to get in on the hands on just about every pitch. And the more Miley fouls them off, the more likely that she's finally going to get one where she can extend her arms. The 2-2. Ball 3, high. Popped up, foul, and out of play. Count hangs at 3-2. I think we're around 10 for this at bat. Schock, Egoff, and Felger is the Manchester defensive alignment in the outfield from left to right. Fouled off. West at third, Baker at short, Sauter at second, Esposito at first, Renz catching, Shanup pitching. And in case you're wondering, the DP is Campus. Miley Heinzman. Popped up. Foul. Can Renz get there? Nope. No Miley has taken up so much of our lives since Miley Cyrus. 3-2 the count. Base on balls.
Is it out tough battle?
And she deserves some.
Walk, bringing up first baseman, number 27, Mia.
And Miley deserves some flowers for that one. Okay, there's somebody. I'm sure there's somebody who got that. Mia Hadashell, the batter. Mia, the junior first baseman. She's a 241 hitter. Strike. 7 hits and 29 at bats for Mia Hadashell. She's got 7 RBIs to go with her 7 hits. She's only struck out 4 times in 29 at bats. So I'm kind of wondering if there's maybe a little bit of bad luck involved there. If you're making contact that much. Count is 1-1. So again, a batter that doesn't strike out very often against a pitcher doesn't get many strikeouts. Let's see how this goes. It's pretty clear that West and Baker on the left side of Manchester's infield is the strength of their team. Ground ball back to Shanup. She throws to first for the out, and that retires the side. For Rochester in the bottom of the second, no runs on no hits. No errors and 2 left. End of 2 innings, no score between Rochester and Manchester. You're watching RTC TV4. All right, we are back at Fansler Field. It'll be Shanup, Schock, and Sauter due for Manchester here in the top of the third. no score in a pitcher's duel so far between Shanup and Rensberger.
Leading off the top of the third is Lady Squire pitcher number 10, Shannon.
End of 2 innings over at Bob Copeland Field, and Rochester leads Manchester 3-0 in baseball. First pitch is high to Molly Shanup, the pitcher. Shanup is a junior, hitting 138 on the year, 4.429. I don't think so. I think, though, I believe she pitched some, but I don't think she was the number one. I think she kind of moved into that role this year. Swing and a miss. Again, before North Miami started dominating this conference, Manchester had a really good team around the mid, like 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018 that time, but just had some coaching turnover and just weren't kind of able to keep the momentum they had as a program. And North Miami with Rob Cooley and Coach Meeks, I mean, they've been, yeah, I mean, they've just kind of kept their foot on the gas pedal. I mean, we've talked, North Miami had, from Wood to Lackman to Duncan, they had 3 pitchers in 12 years. I mean, that's just phenomenal. 3 great pitchers in 12 years. One of them played in the Big Ten. I mean, that's just crazy. Ball. I think it's 3-1, 3-2. Again, Bria Rensberger has tightened up her control a lot since the start of the season. It's hit pretty well to left center field. But making the catch is Braylon Hunter. Dara Strasser runs over and gives her a high five.
Now coming to the plate, left fielder number 9, Shock.
And we've not... Aubrey Hunter's played a lot of right field before. I don't know about how much left field Braylon's played, but I mean, if you ask Braylon, she'll say, "I'll just put me anywhere. I'll figure it out." 1 up, 1 down, and Samantha Shock, the left fielder, is the batter. Did she offer? No. 1-0 the count. Shock is a 150 hitter, 3 for 20. She did offer, 0-1. Strike. And this is Rochester's 3rd conference game. Their first 5 are all at home. They're 1-1 so far. Lost last Wednesday at home to Southwood, and then won here against Northfield on Monday. Then another home game with Wabash on Monday, and then another home game with the Connequa next Wednesday. That's with those non-conference games sprinkled in, including that game at Bremen on Friday and that tournament at Jimtown on Saturday, in which Rochester will see Peru. Ground ball, and Medina misses it. Trying for second and safe, and that's a wild throw. Now she's going to try for third. And safe again. 2 errors on 1 play. Samantha Shock. It's an E5 and an E7.
Shock reaches on the air and advances on the air.
Runner at third with 1 out, and Ava Sauter is going to bat, and
Lady Squires back to the top of the order, bringing up Sauter.
Sauter reached on an error her first time, and you have to be worried about the squeeze bunt here. Let's see what Rensberger tries to do. First pitch is outside. Field pump fakes. No throw. Let's see. She shows bunt. Takes high. And it's ball 2. 2-0. Oh, now they appeal and they say no swing. So it is 2-0. If you do the wheel play, the worry is Sauter just hits the ball where the shortstop would have been, and that was a swing. So it kind of is now 2-1. Coach Volk did not, well, I don't know. So he did not like the call. No, he's laughing, and the umpire's laughing. So 2-1. Ball 3. Get a fast hitter at the plate in Sauter, and another fast hitter on deck in Baker. No score here. Top of the 3rd. That is a base hit to left field. Hunter made the effort, couldn't quite get there, and that's a double. Great speed by Sauter to get to second on that.
RBI double by Sauter brings up number 7, shortstop, Baker.
1-0 Manchester. Well, she hit that to shallow left. Hunter made a diving effort, but can only trap it. Now runner at second with 1 out for Baker. Hack to right center field. Caught by Miller. Back to second. Sauter able to get back.
Now coming to the plate, catcher, number 3, Rins.
Nice catch by Obbs out in right field. That'll bring up Elizabeth Renz, the catcher. She struck out her first time up. And if you're Coach Volk, you have to be pretty happy that you've only struck out 2 times out of 11 batters against Rensberger, who has been racking up the strikeouts in her last 2 starts against Twin Lakes and Northfield. As a team, Manchester struck out 82 times in 12 games. Fouled off, 1-1. And Manchester's won 3 in a row, all on the road. They won at Maconaquah, at Triton, and at Wabash, and scored 32 runs in those 3 games. So they have been hitting really well of late. They're up here 1-0 in the 3rd. Fouled off, 1-2. 2 runs. Popped up. Who's got him? Dropped, foul ball. E2, but it's a foul ball. Coach Volk talking with the home plate umpire. I don't know if he was not sure about the count, or was he contesting that was a fair ball? I don't think it was a fair ball. Yeah. He's wondering about the count. No pitch, and the runner is out again. Again, Sauter is out for leaving the bag too early. Yeah. So for Manchester in the top of the third, they score 1 run, 1 hit, 2 errors, nobody left. The run is unearned. At the end of 2.5 innings, it's Manchester 1, Rochester 0, and you're watching RTC TV4. We're back at Fansler Field. We're heading to the bottom of the third, where Rochester trails Manchester 1-0.
Leading off the bottom of the third is your center fielder.
A 9-1-2 in the Rochester order D here. Strasser, Miller, and Wilson. Dara Strasser. Has been hitting a lot better of late. I mean, she's really making solid contact just about every time up, hitting .455 now on the year. That one is way high. Dara 10 for 22. It says she has a home run. I think what they're saying is the home run was the one she hit at Twin Lakes. I did not call that a home run. I called that a triple and an error. It was a botched cutoff throw. That's the only reason why she didn't stop at third, but all right. 2-0. Liner caught by Esposito. Boy, again, even when they get Dara out, she hits it hard.
Now coming to the plate, number 14, Miller.
That will bring up the sophomore right fielder, Aubrey Miller. Aubrey fouled to short on a great catch by Baker to lead off the game. I made a mistake. I said Aubrey was playing for a travel team out of Fort Wayne. That was last year. She is now playing for the Indy Bandits. That's her travel team. 1-0. Well, again, it's just so nice to see Aubrey. I mean, she hurt her. I mean, she's been battling in knee problems for a while, and then the Carroll game just didn't look good. Line drive to center, base hit. Rochester has their first hit.
Miller with a single, bringing up your shortstop, number 24, Aubrey Wilson.
And Aubrey Miller had that knee, and then she had to be taken out of the Carroll game. She hurt it sliding and seemed to make it worse, then missed the entire Pioneer game. And basically, ever since then, she's come back and just been on fire. Okay, so let's see the adjustments Rochester makes the second time through the order. Wilson. Foul ball. Wilson swung at the first pitch her first time up and grounded to short. Rochester has 22 extra base hits as a team. Aubrey Wilson has 9 of those 22 extra base hits. Aubrey has 22 hits on the year. The only player on the team who has even more than half that many is Jaden Field. Grounder to third, West to second, out, throw to first. Save. Just a force out.
Wilson reaches on the fielder's choice, bringing up your left fielder, number 3, Braylon Hunter.
Fielder's choice, 5-4. Runner at first, 2 outs. The batter is Braylon Hunter, who struck out looking her first time up. If you're Coach Volk, you'd really have to be happy that Wilson has put the ball on the ground her first 2 times up. Pitch is a strike, throw down. Safe. Stolen base.
Wilson steals second.
The pitch was a ball, so the count is 1-0. Hunter knocked down by Baker. Throw to first. Got her. What a play by Baker. She knocked it down, but quickly recovered. The ball kind of spun back in her direction. Boy, she's got a quick release and an accurate arm and a strong arm. Good play. Side retired for Rochester in the bottom of the third. No runs. 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. End of 3 innings. Manchester 1, Rochester 0. You're watching RTC TV4. All right, we're back at Fansler Field. Top of the 4th inning coming up, and Manchester leads Rochester 1-0. Baseball update.
Leading off top of the 4th. Catcher, number
Manchester
3,
scores 6 runs at the top of the 3rd inning. They lead Rochester 6-3. They got to Tanner Reinertz for 6 runs in the 3rd inning, all with 2 outs. Jake Seifert has hit a 2-run homer for the Zebras in that game. But they trail 6-3 bottom of the 3rd. Renz, West, Felger due for Manchester in the top of the 4th. Pitches outside. Renz was batting when Sauter was called for taking a lead off, ending the top half of the 3rd inning. So Renz was 0 for 1. Fouled off. Strike, outside corner. 1-2. Grounder, first base. Runner to second base, that is. And Heinzman throws to Hadashell for the out. Renz tripped over the bag. She's okay. Might have stepped on Hadashell's
now coming to the
field.
plate, number 5, West.
Everybody's okay, and Hadley West will bat. West flew out to right field her first time. Ground ball to short, throw to first. In time. Good play by Wilson. As she ranged up the middle and
Now coming to the plate, number 6,
brought a
Felger.
pretty athletic runner in West, and that'll bring up Ava Felger, the right fielder. Felger lined out to second her first time up. High for a ball. Ground ball, first base. Stays fair. Hadashell handles it and steps on the bag for the out to retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Rensberger in the top of the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. End of 3.5. It's Manchester 1 and Rochester 0, and you're watching RTC TV4. All right, we're back at Fansler Field. Rensberger, Field, and Harding due for Rochester here in the bottom of the 4th. They trail Molly Shanup and the Manchester Lady Squires 1-0. Only run in this game was unearned. Rochester's committed 4 errors in this game. Swing and a miss. One and one. Ball 2. Rensberger walked her first time up. That Rochester baseball game against Manchester, they were up 3-0. Manchester scored 6 runs in the 3rd. There were 2 bases loaded walks, a bases loaded hit batter, and a pass ball that scored a run. So that was just a tough inning for Tanner Reinertz. Let's see how that goes. Again, Manchester 2-0 in both softball and baseball in the conference. 2-2 the count to Rensberger. Put in the air to left field. And caught out there. was shock.
Now coming to the plate, your catcher, number 17, Jaden Field.
They'll bring up Jaden Field. Field foul to the first baseman her first time up. Popped up, put in play, caught by Shannon. And again, Rochester cannot extend their arms against Molly Shannon.
Now coming to the plate, Harding.
Actually, Bria Rensberger might have done, on that fly ball to left field, might have been the best Penny Rochester hitter. Fly ball to center, and it drops for a hit. And it gets by the center fielder. Harding is going to try for second, and she is going to be out by plenty. So Harding singles, but she's out trying to stretch it into a double. Good backup, and it was a 9-6. The center fielder was Eagle. She missed it, but the backup was there. So for Rochester in the bottom of the fourth, no runs, one hit, no errors, nobody left. End of 4 innings. Manchester 1, Rochester 0. You're watching RTC TV4. All right, we're back at Fansler Field, top of the 5th. Manchester trying to add to their 1-0 lead. There's 6, 7, and 8 hitters: McKelvey, Esposito, Carson Campus, and Molly Shanna. Esposito struck out her first time. As we say that, Coach Volk is talking with the home plate umpire, and this is not Esposito.
Squares do
have a pinch hitter.
No idea your name or number.
Well, again, Esposito's one of their better hitters. If she's being pinch hit for in this situation, you wonder if she's hurt. Pitches outside. And Val Sitsuris here at Fansler Field. Producer is Chris Bate. Pitches high. Ball 2. Big boys golf matchup. 9-hole dual match tomorrow at Round Barn Golf Club in Emlet Creek, with Rochester hosting Northfield. Northfield, the 2-time defending TRC champion. Strike. Rochester played very well at the Logansport Invite last Saturday. Shot a .330 and finished 3rd out of 16 teams. For the team that now Lewis Cass won that with a .328. It's a real tight tournament. Pitches ball 3-1. Lewis Cass .328, Logansport .330, Rochester .330, and Lafayette Central Catholic at a .331. Of course, Rochester won't have to worry about Lewis Cass or LCC when they get to the sectional. They will have to worry about Lewis Cass when they get to the conference, and they'll really have to worry about Northfield. Swing and a miss. To Jane Doe, pinch hitter. We'll get her name shortly. Base on balls.
Leadoff walk by the pinch hitter brings out number 11, Campus.
Okay, now we know who that was. That was I think we know who that was. That was Reagan Shaw. So Shaw with a pinch hit walk. As a base hit to center for Campus, first and second, nobody out.
Campus with a single brings out number 10.
Molly Shannon, the batter. She flew out to left field. So now a big jam here. First and second, nobody out. Manchester already up by 1. Well, ball. Again, Bria Rensberger has pitched 4+ innings so far today, and she only has 2 strikeouts. Shanna flew out to left, as we mentioned earlier. 2-0. Strike. Strike called, 2-2. So that pretty much takes the bunt out of the equation. Again, I'm never been a big fan of bunting with your number 8 batter to get to your number 9 batter. But again, they've scored 32 runs their last 3 games. That means they've been hitting up and down the lineup. Got her swinging. Just started low and stayed low.
Coming to the plate, number 9, shot.
A big strikeout for Bria Rensberger, strikeout number 3. One walk, 3 Ks through 4 1/3 innings for Rensberger, and that'll bring up Samantha Schock, who reached on an error her first time up and scored the only run of the game. She tries to bunt, fouls it off, 0-1. Yeah, how does Rochester defend the bunt here? Popped up, foul, 0-2.
Thank you.
Ball outside. Shaw led off the inning with a pinch hit walk, and Campus's single moved her to second. And then Rensberger struck out Shannon. Got her looking.
Lady Squires bring up the top of the order. Second baseman, number 2, Sauter.
I think Schock just froze. Shaq was shocked by what she saw. She was expecting some heat, and she got a changeup and just stared at it as it went right down the middle. Sauter, foul ball. Landed right in a little divot in the batter's box. Sauter drove in the game's only run with an RBI double back in the 3rd inning. She's reached base twice, and both times she was called out for leadoffs. So of the 14 outs that Rensberger has recorded in this game, Sauter basically donated 2 of them to Bria. Thank you, she, I imagine, would be saying. 1-1. Ball 2, yeah. I don't think you want to face Baker with men on base here. I think you'd rather have Baker lead off the next inning. Sauter's dangerous. Baker's really dangerous. 2-1. Popped up. Foul? Playable? Nope, hit the top of the dugout. It's interesting. You usually see sometimes the catcher throw off their mask as they chase a foul pop up there. Medina, the third baseman, threw away her mask, but wound up hitting the top of the dugout anyway. So 2-2 now. Sauter struck out 7 times this year. Ground ball back to Rensberger. Throws to first for the out, and she gets out of the jam. For Manchester in the top of the 5th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. End of 4.5 innings. It's Manchester 1 and Rochester 0, and you're watching RTC TV4. All right, we're back at Fansler Field.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th, number 7, Heinzman.
It'll be Heinzman, Hadashell, and Strasser, 7, 8, 9, and the Rochester order due up in the bottom of the 5th. Baseball update, Manchester leads Rochester 6-5, top of the 5th. Soft liner down the line, foul ball. Colton Furbida with a home run for Rochester today. So he and Cipher have both gone deep, but the Zebras still trail. One and one. Miley had an epic at bat in the 2nd inning that ended with a walk. Ball 2. Again, the game plan hasn't changed the 2nd time through the order for Shanup. Inside, inside, and more inside. There she went outside. Fly ball to shallow right field. Caught by Felger.
Good job, 6. Good job, 6.
Coming to the plate, first baseman, number 27, Hadashell.
That'll bring up Mia Hadashell. Mia has grounded back to the pitcher. And Rochester has 2 hits in this game, and on one of them they were thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. So ball inside. Ground ball to Baker.
You don't want to hit it to her.
Throws to first for the out.
Now
To the plate,
Dara.
Dara.
Going to bring up Dara Strasser, who lined to first her first time up. And Baker's arm she's strong. He's got a strong, accurate arm. Yeah, she's just a vacuum over there. Fly ball to left, hit pretty well, hit very well, and it goes over the left fielder's head. Strasser rounding second. She's going to try for third. The throw by Baker. Save. A triple for Dara Strasser. So Strasser,
Strasser with the triple was lined up
over
back to the top of the
head.
order. Number 14, Miller.
Shock hit Baker. Baker at the cutoff. Baker threw to West, but I think the tag was maybe a little high up on the leg, and Strasser saved. Now runner at third with 2 outs for Aubrey Miller. She shows bunt with 2 outs and offers and misses, so the count is 0-1. Again, if you're going to bunt here, I'd almost like to see you drag the bunt toward the toward the right side of the infield, toward the second baseman. Again, if you're fouled off 0-2, looked like maybe like a screwball. It was actually that she's been throwing inside corner to right-handed hitter. She threw it outside corner to Miller. Again, it's pretty clear that the left-handed hitters have a little bit better look at Shanham's pitches. Ball. 1-2. And Rochester came into this game hitting .351 as a team. Change up way outside 2-2. I think Shanup's having to kind of think a little bit out there about what she wants to do here. I mean, it was the right-handed hitters up, it was just inside all day. Ball. And now it's third time through the order. 3-2. Again, you'd have to think Miller will get a good pitch to hit here. She does not want to walk Miller and deal with Wilson with 2 on. Fouled off. And that was a more competitive, I think that was the pitch she was trying to throw earlier, a more competitive pitch over the outside corner. Miller has fouled to short and singled, 1 for 2.
Yes.
Liner caught by Baker to retire the side. She hit it well. But Manchester had somebody right there for it. For Rochester in the bottom of the 5th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Into 5 innings, it's Manchester 1 and Rochester 0. You're watching RTC TV4. All right, we're back at Fansler Field, top of the 6th inning. And Manchester leads 1-0. They scored the only run in the game in the 3rd inning and an RBI double by Ava Sauter. Baker, Renz, and West do for Manchester here in the top of the 6th. Real close play at third base on Strasser's triple. And that is a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
Now catching number 3, or now hitting the catcher number 3, Renz.
Is he running or was he?
Elizabeth Renz is the batter. She struck out and grounded to second. She bunts foul. Pitch is high. Ball 2.
Big inning with Hardy's order here.
She bunts, foul. Off the back screen. Count is 1-2. Mr. Hawes wanting to be added to the payroll.
I'm just asking you a question.
I'm just trying to broadcast a softball game with young, impressionable teenagers. Foul ball, playable. Oh, Hottishell can't quite get that. We'll call it a no play. But I'm sure Mia would like to have another shot at that one. Count hangs at 1 and 2. I said impressionable. Did I say unimpressionable? If I said unimpressionable, I think we've had too many. This generation of kids has been hardened by our sarcasm. Fouled off 1 and 2. Count hangs. Ground ball to short. Throws to first. Out. Trying for third is Baker, and she makes a good base run.
Coming to the plate, number 5, West.
That's really good base running by Baker. So Renz grounds out to short, but Baker goes all the way from first to third on the play. And again, Wilson had to hesitate just a little bit, and Baker kept running. Hadley West has flown out to right and grounded to short. Rochester are they going to play the infield in here, down by 1 in the 6th inning? Swing and a miss. 1 and 1. Ken West leads Manchester in RBIs with 13. Strike. Again, it's fair to say that the difference in this game has been defense so far. Rochester's been a little sloppy with 4 errors, and Manchester's been really good. Fly ball to left. Nice catch by Hunter, but tagging up and coming in to score is Baker. Sacrifice fly for Hadley West, and Manchester takes a 2-0 lead. That was actually a pretty nice catch by Hunter.
West with the sac fly RBI brings up number 6, Felger.
That was not a can of corn, and Hunter moved well to it. Made the catch and medium deep left, but she had no chance on Baker. It is a sacrifice fly. Bring up Ava Felger with nobody on and 2 out. Swing and a miss. Felger has lined to second and grounded to first. 0 for 2.
Ooh, nice pitch.
0 and 2. Manchester got the leadoff hitter on base in the 1st and 5th innings and didn't score, but they got the leadoff on this inning and finally did score. You do that enough, you're going to score runs. Ball 1, 1 and 2. Ground ball back to Rensberger, and she throws to Hottishell for the out, and that retires the side. So the leadoff batter gets on base. Rensberger gets the next 3 batters out, but still Manchester scores 1 run, no hits. No errors, nobody left. At the end of 5.5 innings, it's Manchester 2 and Rochester 0, and you're watching RTC
Top
TV4.
of the 6th, Lady Squire.
All right.
Beginning of the inning, number 24, Wilson.
We are back at Fansler Field. Rochester trails Manchester 2-0, bottom of the 6th. Rochester has their 2-3-4 hitters due up. Wilson fouls that one off. Wilson, Hunter, Rensberger due for Rochester in the bottom of the 6th. Baseball update, Manchester leading Rochester 7-5, bottom of the 5th, over about Copeland Field. Strike 2. Shannon with 2 strikeouts in this game. But Manchester with 0 errors. The ball is being put in play. Manchester's making the plays. Fly ball to right. Felger misses. That was a tough play. Oh, boy. Call that a base hit. And that will bring up Braylon Hunter.
Plate, number 3, Braylon Hunter.
Tough play for Felger. Got a glove on it, but couldn't quite hang on. So that's a base hit. Go a long way. So, again, down 1, you think about maybe bunting, but down by 2, you're with your number 3 hitter up. Swinging away here. She offers and misses. Throw back to first. Safe. No. No. Ground ball foul. Rochester's left 4 on base through the first 5 innings.
Both coaches tonight button his re-hitter.
Yep. 1-2. Ground ball to West. Throw to second. Safe. Everybody's safe. And it's a wild throw. Runners at first and third.
Hunter reaches on the fielder's choice, bringing up Rensberger.
Fielder's choice, E4. The call was safe at second on Wilson, and then the wild throw by Sauter. And all of a sudden, Rochester has runners at first and third with nobody out, and Bria Rensberger up. Rensberger has walked and flown out to left, and we're going to have a timeout. Coach Volk is going to go and talk to his entire infield and his battery. One of Coach Volk's assistant coaches is named Adam West. Time to send out the bat signal. And not the Joker. This is serious business.
Very hard to say.
Rensberger is 0 for 1. She's walked and flown out to left, as we mentioned, but her second at bat, she really was able to put the ball in the air and really kind of extend her arm. So let's see what the game plan here is against Rensberger, and let's see what the game plan is here on Hunter. I mean, does Bria take a pitch to allow Hunter to steal it? She shows bunt, takes a ball, throw it down to second. And she is out, and holding on at third is Wilson. Great throw by Renz. So now a runner at third with 1 out. Strike called, 1-1, inside corner. 1 and 2. Yeah, that was I wonder what that one was it like a curve or a. Ball 2 inside. Field on deck. Rochester with 4 hits in this game. She actually fouled that one off her helmet. That's why they wear the mask. It was mandated, what, about 10 years ago, 12 years ago? 2 and 2. Popped up, fouling out of play. Count hangs at 2 and 2. Popped up, fouling out of play. Again, Shannon sticking with what's worked. Continuing to get in on the hands. Again, that strike, the one that Bria swung and missed at, I think that was kind of a mistake, that like a curve or something that she got out over the plate, but Bria swung and missed at. So.
Catcher set up inside.
2 and 2. Ball 3. No, the hitter. It hit her. Hit her in the foot.
Coming to the plate. Your catcher, number 17, Jaden.
First and third with 1 out, and that'll bring up Jaden Field. And now do you run with Rendsburg? Do you challenge Renz's arm again? Field has fouled to first and popped to the pitcher. She shows bunt and fouls it off. Ball 1. And Rensberger hasn't moved from first. Yeah. Ground ball, third base. West to first. In time for the out. Scoring on the play is Wilson. RBI ground out for Jaden Field, and it's 2-1.
RBI ground out brings up number 2, Harding.
So that's an unearned run. Now a runner at second with 2 outs from Micaiah Harding. Harding singled her last time up, but she was out trying to stretch it into a double. She is 1 for 2 this game. Inside. I was talking with Micaiah and with Gabby Medina, and I think Braylon Hunter. They all play for a team out of travel team out of Fulton. Up the middle. That's a base hit. Running third is Rensberger. The throw to the plate. She's out of the play.
Harding with a single.
Great throw by Allie
Nice play by
Egoff
Lady
in center
Squires.
field.
Get the third out at the plate.
And Rensberger was out trying to score. Wow. Another great defensive play by Manchester. For Rochester, they score 1 run in the inning on 2 hits. 1 error and 1 left. End of 6 innings. Manchester 2 and Rochester 1, and you're watching RTC TV 4. We are back here at Fansler Field, top of the 7th coming up. What a throw by Allie Egolf. She charged that ball in shallow center fielder and threw a pellet on one hop to Renz, who tagged Rhea Rendsberger trying to score from second.
Number 12, Esposette.
McKelvey Esposette is back up. She has re-entered the game. And she will be followed by Carson Campus and Molly Shanup here in the top of the 7th. Esposette struck out swinging her first time up, her only time up so far. Pulls one to right, pretty deep. Well, not pretty deep. Medium depth. Miller makes the catch.
Now coming to the plate, number 11, Campus.
1 up, 1 down for Carson Campus. Campus has struck out looking and single. A little pop-up, that will drop fair, throw to first, safe, infield single for Campus.
Campus with an infield single brings up number 10, Shanup.
Coach Volk is talking with the home plate umpire. We think there is going to be a pinch runner here. And that's the deep. Campus is the DP.
Lady Squires will have a pinch runner at first base.
I think Jaden Field would like that one over again. I think she would have let it roll foul. Would have taken the chance. That was a tough play. Pitch to flex off the glove of Field. Looks like a wild pitch to me.
Campus advances on the wild pitch.
Runner at second with 1 out. Shanup has flown out to left and struck out. One and one. Ball 2. Fouled off, 2 and 2. Liner to right center. It'll drop for a hit, and it'll get by Strasser and roll deep. One will score from second on the play. RBI single from Molly Shanup, and it's 3-1.
Shanup with an RBI single brings to the plate number 9, Shot. Courtesy runner for the Lady Squires at first base.
Whatever you want to say.
I'll bring up Samantha Schock. She has reached on an error and struck out looking. 0 for 2, but she has scored a run. And sorry, the pinch runner that just scored was wearing a sweatshirt, so we don't know what number she was wearing. Pitch is high. Baseball update, Manchester now leads Rochester 9-5. Bottom of the 6th. Popped up. Caught by Rensberger. And returning to first is the courtesy runner for Shannon. So
Lady Squires back to the top of the lineup, bringing up second baseman number 2, Sauter.
Schock is the second out of the inning. Unable to execute the sac bunt. We'll have to bring up Ava Sauter. Sauter has reached on an error. Doubled and grounded out to the pitcher. 1 for 3 with an RBI. Ground ball, base hit, left center. Moving up to second and stopping is the pinch runner for Shannon.
Sauter with a single brings up shortstop number 7, Baker.
Sauter now 2 for 4, and that'll bring up Paxton Baker. Baker has reached on an infield single, line to right, and was hit by a pitch. 1 for 2. She scored a run. Fall off. Ball low. Rochester track team had their meet at John Glenn canceled due to rain last night. I think they were going to the Tipton invite on Friday, I believe. How about McKenna Jackson broke the school record for the pole vault, 9.7. Fly ball, right center, hit pretty well. It's really tagged well, and it goes to the fence. This is going to score 2 runs. Baker's going to try for third, and the throw late. 2-run triple, Paxton Baker.
Baker with a 2 RBI triple. Bringing up catcher number 3, Renz.
Again, with 2 outs and the runners on the move, no doubt once that ball landed near the fence, the 2 runs were going to score. Yeah, 5-1 Manchester. Renz takes one outside. Well, if the MVP for Manchester hasn't been Shannon, then it's been Baker. Ground ball in the hole. Long throw for Wilson. Safe, run scores.
Renz with an RBI single, bringing up number 5, West.
6-1. Renz had been 0 for 3 prior to that. So 3 straight hits with 2 outs. First pitch strike to West, who is 0 for 2. She's flown out to right. She's grounded to short. Last time up, sacrifice fly to left field. So 0 for 2 with an RBI. Baker 2 hits, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and Quite a few good defensive plays at shortstop. Popped up to second. Heinzman makes the catch, and that retired the side. But not after Manchester scores 4 runs in the inning. 4 hits. No errors, 1 left. At the end of 6.5, it's Manchester 6 and Rochester 1, and you're watching RTC TV.
At the top of the set.
Rochester in desperate need of a rally here against Molly Shannon.
Starting at the bottom of the 7th,
And
for
the Lady
your
Squires.
Lady Zebras, second baseman, number 7, Miley Heinzman.
Heinzman, Houdeshell, and Strasser due up. Ground ball to short. Another nice play by Paxton Baker, and she throws her out. Mr. Hawes trying to get Paxton Baker graduated immediately.
He's played well tonight.
She's a senior.
It's a positive on the week for the Lady Zebras.
She and Esposito are the 2 seniors in Manchester starting lineup. Mia Houdeshell is grounded to the pitcher and grounded to short, 0 for 2. Strike. And Mia gets hit by a pitch. Mia was the queen of that, was a freshman.
Houdeshell reaches base on the hit by pitch, bringing up your 9-hitter, number 10, Dara Strasser.
So Mia takes one for the team. I'll bring up Dara Strasser, who has lined to first and triple.
Last time. Right, left field.
Put in play. Esposito flips. Safe. Infield single.
Strasser rolls the lineup over again, reaching on the infield single, bringing up your right fielder, Aubrey Miller.
First and second with 1 out for Aubrey Miller. So, again, when she kind of rolled over on that, didn't hit it very hard, and you worry that the first baseman just pick it up and tag Dara. She runs down the baseline, but once she couldn't do that, it was a tough play. Dara's got good speed, really good speed. Aubrey Miller is 1 for 3. She bunts. Shannon will have to eat it. Bunt single.
Miller with another infield single, bringing up your shortstop, number 24, Wilson.
That was about as perfect as a bunt can get. And again, Aubrey with her speed doesn't have to be perfect. So now bases loaded, 1 out, and Aubrey Wilson's the batter. So you were thinking, boy, 7, 8, 9 in the lineup, not great. You need 5. Still, the odds are against you, but bases loaded, 1 out, and now Aubrey Wilson is up. Swing and a miss. Coach Coleman calls time to talk to Wilson.
Then you get your first career grand slam, I always say here.
Wilson singled and scored Rochester's only run last inning. And she gets hit by a pitch.
Wilson on the RBI on the hit by the pitch, bringing up new 3-hitter, number 3, Hunter.
Well, that's an interesting twist. Tying run up to the plate now. 6-2. Braylon Hunter has struck out, grounded to short, and reached on a fielder's choice her last time up. The score is 6-2, bottom of the 7th. Manchester leading by 4. So we are going to have a pitching change here. It is Allie Egolf. Again, Shanup had done the lion's share of the pitching, but she hadn't done all of it. Allie Egolf comes in today's game with a 1-0 record and a 2.68 ERA. She's thrown 15 2/3 innings this year. She's allowed 13 hits, 10 runs, 6 earned runs. She has walked 13 and struck out 11. 13 walks in 15 2/3 innings. Let's see. Felger, is she running out to center field? She was playing right field. Where is Shanup going? Somebody's got to be playing center because that's where Egolf was playing.
Now pitching for the Lady Squires, number 8, Egolf.
Felger is in left field.
Come on, girls, let's get a big hit. Let's make it interesting.
The infield is unchanged. The battery, the catcher's unchanged. Caught, and she touches the bag for a game-ending double play. She hit it hard. She hit it right at West, who was standing right next to the base, and she immediately touched the base for a game-ending unassisted double play. For Rochester, in the bottom of the 7th, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. Allie Egolf threw 1 pitch. She did her job. So 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left for Rochester in the bottom of the 7th. Final score, Manchester 6, Rochester 2. Manchester now 3-0 in the TRC, and Rochester falls to 1-2.